Leo, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is your reading for December 2020. Like my other two readings, I'm going to pull your cards here, but you're not going to be able to scroll forward because I've got a pile of oracle cards that I want to run through with you. Firstly, I did a shuffle and it was Leo's card that came out. It's the Strength card. It did come out in reverse, Leo, and I feel that everything that's coming through here is encouraging you to be more courageous this time round, because you have pose brave flight, which is this time you will not let fear stop you this time. So something that you didn't do in the past that you may have regretted, not really seeing that yet, it might come through in the other cards, but there's something that held you back, and it was through fear of putting yourself out there. Now, specifically with Poe, it can sort of suggest that there might be an offer coming your way, a text or a message from someone, and this is a chance to do something out of the norm for you. This would be something that you would probably reject automatically because of fear, because it's not the norm, because, you know, you like to have a certain amount of control in your life. So this is instead of maybe what you did last time. There may be an example that you can draw on where you have stewed in your juices, is what I'm hearing. But it's instead of getting into analysis paralysis over a situation and becoming completely immobilized and unable to make any moves, just, you know, letting it sort of fade away, this time you are going to do it, or at least you're being encouraged to do it. It can be specifically with regards to a trip, a flight, some sort of travel, holiday. It may even be like moving home, moving town. That's coming through quite a bit as well. But it's something that you've probably been thinking of for a while, but there's a certain fear that's been attached to it, and I think it's something that you've, you know, rejected or not followed through with in the past. This does feel like very masculine energy. It doesn't have to be. I actually sneezed twice, so that's one for a wish, two for a kiss, and then I got your history no good for me. So I think I'm reading for maybe a relationship here. This combined energy is all about starting to walk the talk, basically. So you may have been talking the talk, Leo, but now you've been asked to step up and walk the talk. The peacock is about shaking your tail feathers. It can be quite an arrogant, egotistical energy, I'm not going to lie. Not seeing that yet. We'll see what comes out in the cards, but this is a time of being joyful, and the stag is telling you to step up, take the lead in the situation. I'm almost seeing like this peacock taking a big deep breath and puffing his chest out and, you know, walking into a setting, whatever that may be, and just doing something that they deep down feel very uncomfortable doing. But because it's something they haven't taken a risk on in the past, and they may have regretted that, they're now being presented with maybe a similar situation, or maybe going back to that type of situation, because I am getting you miss someone with my shallow grave here. But it could just be a regret from the past where you've been given an opportunity and you haven't done it through lack of confidence, and now we're getting this whole peacock puffing his chest out here. And you've been told to walk with confidence. You have experience to share. You need to summon your strength. It's telling you to model integrity in all your relationships and dealings with people here, and just muster up some pride in the direction that you really think you probably want to go in. Now, with evolution and the root chakra here, so big changes, really, growth with the evolution card. This is overcoming any sort of challenges. It's kind of been as much as possible unperturbed with the fluctuations that are going around you, you know, going with the flow to a certain extent here. But it also feels that there are a lot of changes happening around you, specifically relating to the root chakra. And this is your foundations, ground and center. So this is your basic needs, your living environment, your physical home. This is telling you that everything is okay, and with this combination, it is a time where you need to sort of as best as you possibly can, ride the waves of change that are coming your way by being really centered, by finding your own inner peace. And with the root chakra, if that's not something that you're feeling just now, you know, you would be wanting to spend time in nature. You need to maybe go online, do some meditations for your root chakra, get Reiki. Check the down box, still offering my Reiki. Focus on your base of the spine. The colour's red in the main, but it's getting really grounded, centered, you know, shoulders back, chest out, and taking the lead in the situation where you've prevented yourself from doing it previously. Now, do you miss someone? It might be a specific someone. With the shallow grave here, this could be something that's it's not really getting over something from the past. It can be losing a person, not getting over a breakup, never having really settled in the place that you're currently living in. Your parents maybe have divorced. There is an element of mourning with this card, and that's something that, you know, obviously takes its own time, and then it is a case of coming back to life, really. I mean, you've got the butterflies here, so this is a card, this is a spirit animal of transformation coming out of the cocoon. I really do get a feeling this is to do with a house move. I mean, it can be a person, but for some of you, you may actually be considering moving, relocating, maybe for work or for just a better quality of life, and you've maybe always lived in the same place, and that's quite challenging for you. So I'm not going to do the full Celtic spread because there's a lot of oracle cards there for you, Leo. I'm just going to pull out what's coming in for Leo for December. We are already shuffled, but nonetheless, Leo. What's coming in for Leo in December, or what does he need to know? Shine. One at a time. The oracle cards peacocking today. 5 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups in this deck, and specifically, is lessons in love. So, you know, with the 5 of Cups, this can be feelings of abandonment. There's like a lack of success and fulfillment emotionally. It's not really knowing what to choose and what's going to, you know, pan out for you. Is it going to be the same, you know, car crash next time round with the 5 of Cups? Are you going to, you know, open your eyes and see something as it really is? And is it ultimately going to leave you in a place where you feel lost and maybe left behind? Because Psyche here challenges her husband, Eros, because he only comes to her at night, and as much as they have, you know, fabulous passion, she's never actually seen his face. Now, there is a good reason on his side of the story for that, but she begins to doubt that there's something she's missing and that it doesn't actually make sense. So she does take a light up to his face in the night. The candle wax drops in his chest and he wakes up. Now he feels betrayed by her because she didn't ultimately trust him. But, you know, the story was coming through with, you know, at some point the cracks had to be, like, you know, investigated. So there is confusion as to where your emotional fulfillment lies. Basically, Leo, is what this is saying. There are some trials in the love or emotional fulfillment arena, and there is possibly a fear here that it's not going to work out with the 5 of Cups, that you know, you're going to be left, maybe left behind, or just, you know, left alone, or just, you know, choose the wrong cup. Leo, December. I'm going to clarify them individually. 10 of Swords reversed, and the Magician reversed. So Ten of Swords reverse is obviously there has been something that's ended in the past here. This might be coming on to this shallow grieving that you missed someone. Now the Four of Cups actually comes obviously before the Five of Cups, and this is when Psyche had her, you know, ugly jealous sisters in her ear here, trying to sow the seeds of doubt with regards to her partner. And it wasn't because they were, you know, genuinely concerned for her welfare. It's because they were jealous, basically. It's in reverse, so this it's often looked at as a bit of a missed opportunity, one that you maybe didn't take in the past, Leo. Yeah, there's definitely a love relationship here. So a decision has been made. I don't know if a decision was made. I actually don't think you maybe made the decision because there was some fear here that it was maybe going to unsettle you. And there's been a lot of, you know, toing and froing with the Two of Pentacles, basically being in two minds here, and maybe even cut off communication with the Page of Swords in reverse. So the Ten of Swords in reverse, I mean, it's an ending. It's a painful ending, but it is kind of exhaustion in this deck more than anything. This can represent a recovery. Maybe trying to go back to something that's ended, or a betrayal in the past. I'm sort of feeling you don't feel really protected in your current situation, because Aphrodite does step in here and protect Orestes from the Three Furies, because he has literally been through the wars. He has had an enormous amount of burden in his life, and if he'd been born a girl, it would never have happened. It would never have been asked to do what he was asked to do, basically. And he's just done, spent here. Now, this I sort of see the Ten of Swords being in reverse, a kind of long, drawn-out ending. Something that, you know, wasn't finalised properly, didn't get proper closure. Because there's been something sneaky here with the Rider in reverse. Interesting. Rider's my traveller, but the Magician in reverse. This is wasting time, wasting energy, misdirected energy. It's also been tricky, deceitful, lying to others, lying to oneself, lying about, you know, what a breakup was all about. It's just all very messy. Either you don't really know the full story here, Magician I was going to say, Leo, or the person you're connected with is confused. It's almost like there wasn't a proper ending. It wasn't a tidy ending, and now maybe someone wants to resurrect that. Let's get some more specifics. Show me the Seven of Cups for Leo for December. Why the Seven of Cups here for Leo? Gosh, Great Fortune. This is one of the best cards in this deck. This almost feels like you had too much to choose from at one point, and you literally couldn't choose. Every cup was shiny and exciting. So this could be somebody that maybe didn't want to commit in one direction. They wanted to, you know, go out and play in the community with lots of friends. So, you know, it might be an age thing. Maybe, you know, when you came across someone, you weren't ready for a relationship, basically, and you wanted to go and, you know, play and date and not settle down and explore your options here. There is a feeling of sort of being enticed in another direction here, and that ultimately maybe meant leaving someone behind with the Five of Cups. Leo. Courthouse and poverty at the base of the deck. Gosh, I don't know. Like something cropped up, and maybe with regards to a legal, oh gosh, definitely a legal situation here. A very concerning one. It's like something came out the blue and just like shattered illusions, or you were enticing another direction because there was money to be had, or it maybe looked like another relationship would be more satisfying. This is some sort of legal situation here. I mean, it can, with this combination, be a straight up divorce. It's taking someone to court. serving papers. I don't read those in reverse normally, but yeah, there's something come through here. It was regards to a family situation, a family member, or your actual home. And I'm sort of getting that this evolution around the root chakra can be a physical house move. So, you know, if you're waiting and that coming through, it looks like there's going to be a bit of a breakthrough there. Maybe just waiting on a house sale. You know, it's maybe taking some time. Maybe there's been a lot of confusion. There's been a lot of people maybe giving you the runaround. Maybe you've had a lot of viewers, or you've not been able to get viewers through the door because of the situation. So this is something that's been delayed. It doesn't really tie in hugely with the Five of Cups, other than someone, you know, maybe wants to do like a midnight flit, or someone did do a midnight flit. 10 of Swords reverse for Leo. Switching up my deck here. Why are they all in reverse? This is a loss. And this can actually indicate a theft in the home. A theft. This is almost like you had someone's like tried to steal your property. Or tried to steal something from you. An inheritance, your fortune, your legacy. There is a resolution here, which I think is maybe why the Ten of Swords is in reverse. The key is about all round answers coming through. So there's been some sort of theft in a home, or theft of a home, theft of property. Something's being taken from someone. They're going to get answers, but they're probably going to have to go to court to get the answers. So there might have been, you know, there just feels like an awful lot of distractions here. And maybe now, Leo, in the month of December, some stuff is starting to like resolve, and it's going to allow you to make the changes that you want to make. Show me what the key is, the answer. Work and journey. Yeah, it might just feel like a job relocation. Or you're just working on moving. Maybe you just don't like where you live. Maybe you don't like the town. Maybe you don't like your family. Maybe you don't like your partner. It's the Magician. Magician reverse is a big issue. If anything, he's going to be, you know, someone is up to no good from the get-go. Unexpected income in the family room. So this is very much a private matter here, and it is something that is connected to a family home, or I'm not actually seeing inheritance, but it kind of makes sense with this combination, great fortune and home. Unexpected income isn't huge. It's a little uplift. It's a pay rise. It's an unexpected bonus. You know, it's a bigger contract than you expected. It's nice, it's pleasurable, but it's not massive. It's not the great fortune. Almost feels like someone maybe didn't get the great fortune that they were expecting, and that's what the Seven of Cups here, because it is like sort of everything in the Seven of Cups is a bit of an illusion. It's not being able to see things clearly. It's pie in the sky. It's wishful thinking. It's fantasy land. Magician reversed. Despair. We've got marriage and the wealthy man here. Family rooms at the base of the deck again. So it's very much a family situation here. There's disappointment here about how much has maybe been paid out. There has been a loss for someone, maybe a loss of a job. But the answer is to get to work, to possibly just find work here. And this is suggesting that there could be something coming in there, because it's unexpected income. Again, it's not massive. It doesn't feel it's exactly going to meet your desires, but it's enough sort of thing. the wealthy man in the marriage. Yeah, see, the main male is just one down from there. So the wealthy man can sometimes be the other man. There can be, you know, if this is like a big family thing, there's someone else in the family that's got married, or your ex has got married to someone wealthier, or you know, your sister or your brother. There's family connections here. Someone's been tricky. A magician is tricky. He's not just misdirected. He can be very tricky. I get the freaking fox. He can be very tricky. Literally, that's what the fox is. Someone who's cunning, who's crafty, who's self-interested. And it can be work related. So someone's trying to be a wee bit fly here. So I'm not really sure how that all connects in with that, but I'm still getting this overall feeling that somebody hasn't done something in the past because maybe they haven't had the confidence to do it, or they've had an enormous amount of distraction in terms of money, work, family, legal issues that they've had to handle. And that with evolution, that is what very well could be wrapping up here, because this is overcoming challenges. This is growth. And getting centered, going back to something that is, you know, taking the lead and getting yourself centered. And it can be about a physical location. So you might be going back to your hometown, for example. You might be going back to your family if you've had a period where you've had a lot of, you know, family issues. You might be going back there. I'm just going to take one little card. Maybe not one. Show me the marriage with the wealthy man for Leo. Perception in reverse. This is not seeing this coming, or not being able to see things very clearly. It's having a distorted view of a situation. And again, the Seven of Cups is about a distorted view. I mean, someone literally could have been married and you didn't know they were married, for example. But this is a need to get a different perception on something. And it's all about attitudes with that perception card. Ooh, so we've got some guilt here. Someone is being crafty, fly, with regards to either their relationship status, their money, their work, their family. It feels like there's a number of people involved here, and somebody feels a little bit guilty about the situation. But again, Leo, I just sort of feel that's all wrapping up. Show me evolution. What is evolving for Leo? There we go. Completion. Oh gosh, vanity. This is a greed card. This is what's wrapping up. Now the peacock can be, like, you know, as I say, a bit egotistical, but I feel that someone's been taken down a peg or two here. It has been something that's completed. And with the root chakra here, it's going to be sort of like getting back to basics with your instincts. Getting back to a more simple life. Maybe getting out of the rat race, removing yourself from, you know, toxic individuals, toxic family members, toxic work environments. It feels like a huge shift for you. Show me pose, brave flight. And I mean, it could literally be, as I say, a relocation. We've got release in reverse. We're not ready to let this go just yet, because you're confused about a soulmate. So this is, you miss someone. This is the thing that you haven't let go of from the past. Maybe a breakup, maybe yours, maybe someone else's. These are all grey cards. So Leo, maybe you've just handled something really poorly in the past here, and it's not brought any joy into your life. It's maybe brought about an ending. You've maybe left something behind that, you know, had the potential to be really fortunate. But I feel that you've I feel that you've been lured into something that had the appearance of being a massive break for you, and you've gone for gold here, and you know you've hit pyrite. Okay, Leo, that's your reading for December. Let's take your advice if this reading resonates. Please like, please subscribe. All my information is below if you'd like a personal reading or Reiki. Leo, what can you offer Leo for advice for this month? Oh my gosh, you're kidding. I got that yesterday. Be brave and honest and stay rooted and grounded. That's the root chakra coming through. That came through, I think, in, was it Libra? And that might have been Aries. Unleash the wild within. Now, basically, the night is about standing up and doing the right thing, even though it creates maybe more drama, maybe more delays in your life. It has been recently sort of coming through as a bit of a confession, but it's also a bit like, this is the hell that I'll die on sort of thing. There's pain in this card, but it's usually something you've had to endure, that ultimately, if you have remained, you know, true to yourself and others, which is the stag, model integrity in all relationships, you know, the outcome is going to be worth it, and in many ways even something that you'll savor more, because it's been hard won, it's been hard fought, it's been a long time coming. Tune, and I'm going to put that one below. That's your reading, Leo. Look after yourselves. Talk to you soon. Bye.